after playing last week?
Pissed off and ready for another round. Hate losing. This team hates losing, and we're just going to keep on going out there and putting our best foot forward and trying to go out there and earn a win.
What's the challenge with Cloudy not being out there on the other side?
That's just someone else that Belichick and the Patriots don't have to key in on. So not having him as a presence, as a run stopper and a pass rusher is tough, knowing that they'll be able to use their resources in a number of other ways to double and chip us down the line and me. So we'll just have to find ways to scheme us to get open.
How much harder does your job become Sunday when you don't have
I'll tell you on Monday. I'm sure he'll have something very special for us and probably for me. So I'm looking forward to the challenge, regardless of how I feel. I'm excited to go out there and play against that team and go against a coach who is so well known and has such success in the league.
Myles, you're the most double team player in the league on deep pass rushers. Does that get frustrating at all?
Got to keep on working. Got to keep on fighting. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. I'm getting a lot of respect from different players and coaches, and they're scheming towards me to try to stop me. So it's a huge sign of respect, but I got to show them that it's not going to work. It can't work every time because I have to go out there and make plays regardless.
And then Eckler, it seemed like last week though, they were kind of just cutting inside of you a little bit. Was that just something that, again, going back to the game plan of like getting you up the field and then just running past you think?
That was part of our game plan, so it didn't work out how we wanted it to, obviously, but that was part of what we were trying to do. We just didn't feel it like we should have.
You've had a week now to look at that run defense. They gave up, 238. What do you identify as the biggest problems, and do you think they can be fixed?
Just gap integrity, execution, and 1-2. People staying in their gaps, not trying to be superhuman or play the hero on every run down or every pass down. Just stay in your gap and do your job. At the end of the day, we have a lot of guys who can do their job very well, but they have to be focused on doing their job and not worried about the guy next to them is doing theirs. So just everybody locked in on what they need to do, and coming downhill with their hair on fire, believing that the guy in front of them can't stop them. It's just a matter of 1-2 at that point. Once we all get on the same page.
For some reason last year after the Patriots game, it seemed to be a turning point for you guys defensively. You were able to really get it together and finish the season strong. With the issues that you guys have had here in these first 5 games, does that give you, the fact that you were able to do that last year, does that give you confidence that you guys are going to be able to replicate that this year?
Well, hopefully we can replicate it before we play the Patriots this year. So I'm just thinking that all these guys are all on the same page as far as what we want to do, what we want to achieve, and nobody's satisfied with what we've done on the field as far as defense. So I know these guys are hungry to make plays and hungry to be, moving forward to be like the defense that we were towards the latter half of last year. So I know everybody has seen it, and we put it on tape, so we know we can do it. Now we just got to continue to replicate it, continue to be consistent.
I'm sure Jadavian was trying to do everything he possibly could to get out there this week. Did he get pretty banged up again in the last game's new stuff?
It's the wear and tear of going out there, those different torques on his body and angles that he's going through and pass and run. He's fighting off guys. Sometimes you don't even feel it until a day or days afterwards. So you don't know what your body's telling you until it starts talking to you. And he knows what's best for him. And I know the team is going to respect what he wants to do, and knows that he wants to be out here just as bad as anyone. And he wants to make plays, wants to be a dominant force on this team. So we want to see him healthy, however long that takes. We're gonna wait and welcome him back with open arms.
Myles, there's a lot of heat on Joe Woods. I mean, you guys obviously, you said yesterday, a little frustrated. You have so much talent, and it's just not going well right now. Do you think it's a little unwarranted for him? Just the heat, like people being upset with him?
It should be heat on all of us. I mean, it's not just one person. The heat's on all of us to be better. Not everyone's been been at fault for not doing as they should, or living up to that potential. And we all have to be better as far as players and coaches. And once we all start create some synergy, that play calling to actually us going out there and executing, and then him being more confident to call things and being more exotic. I think that will create an environment where we can go out there and put anything out there on the field, or put it any set of guys on the field. We can go out and make plays and dominate against anyone.
Myles, can you talk about the roughing the passer stuff that's going on this season? How controversial it's been, and how do you feel about what what are you able to do when you go sack the quarterback, and now what's going through your mind?
Apparently not much, because I got a roughing the passer fine, I think like 6 days after the Pittsburgh game, hitting Trubisky, and I don't believe there was anything else I could have done to avoid landing on him. But I'm bending back towards the quarterback, and I hit him, and I'm falling, and there's no way for me to fall but to lean to my left. So I mean, they're putting us in positions where if we don't do everything in our power to avoid landing on him, even if that means maybe causing injury to ourselves, it just doesn't make sense for us to try to do everything when it's a contact sport. They're wearing pads too, and I mean they're not completely defenseless. They know they have a certain time to get the ball off, and they have to be prepared for that. So I know Jones from the Chiefs. I know he's sick right now because that was a hell of a play, and he's a hell of a player. Not much more that you can do. You're strip sacking the guy, and you fall forward, and you put your hand up to brace you. You've done pretty much all you can do.
Did you appeal that fine by any chance?
Yeah, I appealed it, but
Did you?
I don't know.
Pay it?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I got it.
Myles, given that you guys have lost 2 in a row, that you're under 500 already, I know every game is important. Does this one feel especially critical?
They all feel critical, but I mean, you never want to lose back to back, and we definitely don't want to go on a skid longer than that. So each one is important in its own right, but we have to break this skid, and we have to get going, and getting going early in a division that's kind of having a slow start that can really mean a lot for our postseason chances and opportunities, and we've got to start winning now.
Myles, I know it's not all about sacks, and you get double teamed a ton, and you miss that game. But are you having the impact that you want to have?
No, as far as playmaking, no. I'm not really having the opportunity to make as many plays as I want to, whether that's their scheme or our scheme or whatever it is. I'm not being the dominant force that I know that I can be, and I know it's a combination of things, and not all of them are in my control. So I can only play my position and play it to the best of my ability.
How frustrating is it?
I mean, it's very frustrating. You want to go out there and you want to be the best. I feel like I am the best when I touch the field. So not be able to do that on the stat sheet, or make splash plays or big plays that help my team win. It's frustrating, but I can only do so much with the opportunities that I'm given.
Without giving away any tricks, is there anything you can do on those double teams? I mean, can you use those guys against each other? I know it obviously should be freeing up some of your teammates, but other than going as hard as you can and being as strong as you can, is there anything you can do?
I mean, sometimes they're working so well together that it's hard to kind of break the link and get them on separate levels and be rushing it one guy at a time. I mean, sometimes it's a good chip, and there's not really an angle for you to either claw back inside or split the two, or even beat them both outside. There are opportunities where you can make those plays, but we gotta get them to hold the ball as well. Things have to line up, and so even if I do beat the double team, or if I am winning my reps, we've got to give him to hold the ball, and if he doesn't, he's got to be throwing to us.
What are those forces beyond what are those other forces beyond your control preventing you from being as dominant as you want to be, besides the double teams and the triple teams?
I mean, besides their play calling, which I mean is usually trying to nullify me and what I can do on the field. I mean, we just got to be able to win those one-on-ones. Once we win more one-on-ones across the line, or we send more guys and get those 5-0 looks. That'll allow us to make more plays. My guys are getting double teamed up and down the line, or they're max protecting. There's always one guy who's going to have to win. Not sure who it is, but we've got to win more of those. And once we win more of those, guys, we'll start to respect this a little bit more. And those double teams and triple teams will start to shift away from me, and I'll get more ops.
This is the last one. Could that be moving you inside, moving you more back and forth from right end to left end?
Yeah, I mean that is a solution, but I mean it's whatever solution that we come up with. Whatever's good for us for that week. Patriots are a bit of an extreme team as far as if they see someone who's lacking in some area or another, they're going to attack them. So we're not good at pass defense. They're going to pass all day. If we're not good at run defense, they're going to run all day. So unfortunately, we just gave up so many run yards. They're probably going to attack us on the ground, and until we earn the right to rush the passer. And then if we're able to get them out of that, then we're able to open up our playbook and see if we can move me around a little bit and give them some different looks to try and handle.